It is a conversation so many of us have been having over the past 10 months. When will people head back into the office? Will they even come back? Or is it work from home, the way of the future? Joining me now with some of the answers is futurist Nik Badminton. Nice to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so Nik, there are a lot of people saying the office is done. It's the past. No one is going back. But you say something different. There are some big companies who want people back as soon as possible. Tell us about that.
A lot of companies that develop new products and services that have explosive growth, really it comes from the collaboration, and that collaboration comes from being together. Very famously, Steve Jobs said that those water cooler conversations, the serendipity in the office, are the things that create some magic. And we're seeing that other places like Google and Netflix are also sharing that sentiment as well. And even companies like IBM said a couple of years ago that they're banning all remote working. So those people have to all come back into the office. So there's this tension right now around, do we stay remote working? It could be a benefit for some small companies, but it's not so much for large companies that want to really drive profit. But what's going to happen next? Well, I think it's going to be a bit of a mix of remote and in office.
Yeah, who do you think is going to be heading back in? What groups?
Well, Dropbox has very famously said that they've put together an idea called Dropbox Studios, where you're going to have some people coming into the office for some of the time. And that's when they're going to collaborate and they're going to do design together and they're going to come up with new ideas. And that collaboration is going to yield a lot of benefits for them. But then they're going to say, you have to go home for some of the days. You don't have a desk in the office. So we're seeing that these companies are starting to think of this hybrid model. I like to see that we're heading into a 3-2 rhythm. So three days in the office for collaboration and 2 days at home to be productive.
Is that what you call like the part-time office model?
Yeah, absolutely. And this part-time office model is going to be pretty prevalent, certainly in the Western world. And we're going to see that across North America. And I do think that this is going to be pretty positive for a lot of people because not everyone wants to stay at home and work remotely. I mean, I miss working in startup spaces and offices with my clients. So I can't wait to get back myself.
There's also an emerging idea called location-based pay. Also quite controversial. That's where your salary is tied to the cost of living in the area that you live. Facebook, I understand, is interested in that model. Do you think this is going to catch on?
It's the idea that human resources have a strategy that say, if you don't want to live and work near to our HQ where it might be really expensive, say Silicon Valley, and you want to relocate, say out of Toronto into, say, somewhere like Muskoka or somewhere remote, that you actually reduce your pay, or maybe we pay you off with a bulk sum and then you take a 10% drop in pay. And we actually saw a company called Stripe do that recently. I think it's a massive human resources management failure. I think that, we have to have employee-focused businesses that are focused on delivering, benefits for the value that you provide to the companies versus trying to sort of, spread you thin and sort of deny you what you deserve from a pay perspective, just so you can drive up higher profits.
Yeah, that sounds very, very tricky. And Nik Badminton, always great to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Have a great weekend.
You as well.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.